it to be a little bit too loud. And I'm going to share. I'm going to send you the invite. Okay. Three, four. I'm going to send it to Tammy. Tammy is like your number one fan. She promotes your book.
Awesome.
Yeah, she does.
Yay, it's right
All right. I'm sending it to.
I just have to add the music. I'm
Mhm.
gonna have my video, the new video, put up, and
Right.
probably within 15 minutes, within 45 minutes after your live ends.
Okay.
It takes I don't. It's gonna take me like 10 minutes to add the music, but it takes like 30 minutes for it to upload.
Well, we can use whatever music you want. I just have this one that's available because
No,
it's
I
been
mean I
ours.
have to add the music to the new video.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to notify. I'm actually notifying people that we are live. So get on. Okay.
They're gonna think we're crying wolf again.
Yeah, we're not playing wolf this time. So let me reintroduce myself. I'm waiting for a few other people to come on board. So yes, everybody, I finally got the real host of the live video, and she is the author of the book, Lenox, Justifier of Innocence, and this book happens to be the bestseller on Amazon. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to come on board and introduce you to the author, and she's going to be the actual host for tonight's live show, and she's going to give you a whole synopsis of this novel called Lenox, Justifier of Innocence. Number one bestseller on Amazon, and I highly encourage each and every one of you to purchase the book. And I'm just going to wait for probably get a few more people on the show, so that way I could just hand over to our guest and the real host of our show. And again, the title of this is Lenox, Justifier of Innocence. And you see the art in the background of me, and you could see the title of it. It's a graphic novel, and you have here the characters are Zeus, Demeter, and then, of course, the main character of the story, which is Lenox, and her, what do you call it, the alter ego?
No, it's Lenox in human form. That's the deity.
The deity. Okay, so this is the deity version.
Is for superheroes, but she's a goddess, so it's called a deity.
So this is the deity version of the human form, which is Josephine. Is that right?
Yes, and that's the character I'm dressed up as not right now, is Josephine.
As Josephine. Okay, so you over to the host and author of the book Lenox, Justifier of Innocence, Janet. And Janet, you can say hello to everyone.
Hi everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I am new to TikTok, and I guess I don't have enough followers yet because I've only opened it like a couple weeks ago. So they wouldn't let me join live. So we're doing this through FaceTime. He has me over there on his iPad. So thank you guys all for joining. He'll have to relay any questions that you have because I can't see the TikTok. So if you guys have any questions, just direct it over to Raul, and he will let me know, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. So thank you again for joining. So I just wanted to the story. So Lenox, Justifier of Innocence. So Zeus and Demeter. Demeter is the goddess of empathy. That's one of her main powers, and she's also the Earth Mother. So she was feeling really distraught over everything that's happening in our society and with humanity. So she convinced Zeus to get a human surrogate, and they put their child in this human surrogate, which is now Lenox. So Lenox grew up as Josephine, which is the character I'm dressed as right now. And Josephine grew up not knowing that she was a goddess or that she had any powers. Her human surrogate parents raised her just like a normal person and suppressed her powers while she was growing up. So once Josephine was old enough and she realized she had powers, she starts to go on missions. And all the missions that we go on are based on real world tragedies that are happening in our society today. and Lenox tries to correct all those wrongs. She wants to be the voice for anyone who doesn't have one, like children, elderly, anybody who can't defend themselves, those who are innocent. So she really tries to seek justice for those who have been wronged. And the way that she does that, one of her main powers, yes, she does fight, and they have some huge battles, and there's Nemesis called Putintero. But her main thing is that she believes that death is not a punishment, so she does not kill people. She wants to punish them. So by punishing them, they can feel all the evil that they've done. And so they literally will relive every evil they've done to that person or people. So every wound, every emotion, every bit of pain that the victim goes through, the perpetrator will relive it over and over again in their mind until they either repent or they stay in that state of mind forever, get locked up in a padded cell. So that's what she does, is she goes on all these missions, and every week on YouTube we have new stories. Now, the stories that I put on the YouTube channel, they're not currently in the book, because I didn't want to sit there and read you the book. Obviously, I want you to buy it and read it. But some of those stories will make it into future publications. But the stories that are on YouTube are based on like things that are happening in the world today. And through fantasy, Lenox will get justice. So it's kind of like it's a feel-good story, but with a lot of action and emotion. So you'll definitely want to go check that out. It's Lenox Justifier of Innocence on YouTube. Right now I have about 16 videos up, which explains the origin of the story and just like each character. So as the story progresses, I've introduced new characters. And Raul over here, he's played a couple of the characters. I have a couple more for him to play, but I don't want to spoil it, so you'll have to wait to see that. But he's played Olgard, which is Lenox's mentor. He's the one who teaches Lenox how to use her powers, how to control it, how to control her mind, so that she can go on these missions without causing chaos. Because while she's learning how to use her powers, there's some little accidents here and there because she hasn't really learned how to control it. So it kind of goes through that, and it has some funny parts with that, because just kind of like how our relationship is, that Lenox and Olgard joke around with each other, and it's like a brotherly, sisterly relationship. So, and Raul also plays Zeus, which Zeus is Lenox's father. He's the godfather. So he plays that role. And we have a video with Zeus and Demeter, Lenox's parents. That's also on YouTube. And you guys could watch that as well. It's fun. Raul does a great job impersonating Zeus. So I think he did a better job than Russell Crowe, and I love Russell Crowe. So seriously, go watch Raul on my channel.
All right, cool. And did you want to introduce Buddy too?
Yes. So Buddy's here. He is Mr. Buddy. He gets introduced in the second. He's the dog that she saved. So in the book itself. How she realized she had powers is she saw this man abusing a dog, and she went and took the dog from him, and he started to convulse, and he was living through the pain that the dog was going through, not just physically, but he was living through the emotional pain and betrayal as well. And that dog is my dog, Mr. Buddy. So he plays an important role. So you'll see on the channel, Mr. Buddy gets introduced. So the Ultimate Creator sent Mr. Buddy down to look over Lenox. So he's my guard dog, and I'll introduce you to him right now. Hold on.
All right, so it looks like she's going to go ahead and bring Buddy, the other star of the book series. It's kind of cute. So I'm gonna put her back on here in just a second, and here is Buddy, the other star of the book, Lenox, Justifier of Innocence. There it is.
So this is Mr. Buddy. He doesn't really understand why I'm putting him on my lap right now.
He's ready to escape.
No, well, I have a little bag with treats in front of me, so
he wants the treats.
he's digging in there trying to get some treats. But yeah, this is Mr. Buddy. So he's on the YouTube channel. He has his own little costume.
Hi, Buddy.
He actually, it's so cute. He gets whenever I pull out his costume, he starts jumping up and down. He gets excited because he knows he's a little superstar, and he steals the show every week. You know.
Somebody was asking, "Show us the dog."
Yeah. Well, it's a funny thing.
His belly being rubbed live on TikTok. It looks like we lost some connection here. But anyways, Lenox, Justifier of Innocence. It's the #1 bestseller on Amazon, actually. And so that is pretty much it for today. Once again, thank you so much for joining me and Janet and, of course, Buddy on this live TikTok video. And she's calling me again, but see you all soon.